We shy away from it, don't we? This ultimate truth, this singular, inescapable reality that hangs, not ominously, but profoundly, over every single breath we take. Death. It is the unmentionable, the unseeable, the undiscussable subject in so much of our modern discourse. We build entire industries, entire social constructs to push it away, to pretend it isn't waiting patiently at the end of every journey. We distract ourselves with an endless carousel of trivialities, a relentless pursuit of the next immediate gratification, all designed to shield us from the stark, unyielding fact of our own finitude. But what if, by turning our backs on this universal end point, we are simultaneously turning our backs on the very essence of life itself? What if, in our desperate attempts to postpone the thought of dying, we are, in fact, postponing the act of truly living? This is the ancient wisdom, whispered through the ages, etched into the philosophy of the Stoics, woven into the tapestries of countless spiritual traditions. Memento mori. Remember you must die. Not as a morbid fascination, not as a descent into despair, but as a profound, life-affirming catalyst. Because by truly contemplating your inevitable end, you unlock the secret to saving your life, not from death itself, for that is impossible, but from the insidious, creeping death of indifference, of regret, of an existence lived without purpose or presence. Consider for a moment the vast, intricate tapestry of your daily existence. How much of it is dictated by fleeting concerns, by the opinions of others, by the relentless tug of external validation, by the pursuit of possessions that will inevitably turn to dust or be passed to hands that know not their story. We accumulate, we chase, we strive for goals that, upon closer inspection, often feel hollow or unfulfilling. We postpone joy, we defer passion, we wait for the right moment, for retirement, for the kids to grow up, for a mythical future where all conditions are perfect, and then, and only then, will we truly begin to live. But the right moment, my friends, is now. It is this breath. It is this moment unfolding before you, never to be repeated. Memento mori acts as a powerful, undeniable filter, a lens through which to view your entire existence. When you truly internalize the idea that your time is finite, that the clock is, without question, ticking down, the trivialities begin to shed their weight. The petty grievances, the minor slights, the anxieties over things that ultimately hold no lasting significance, they start to recede, to lose their power over your emotional landscape. What truly matters? What would you regret not doing, not saying, not becoming if you knew your time was short? This contemplation cuts through the noise, slices through the endless distractions, and brings into sharp, undeniable focus the core values, the deepest desires, the most profound connections that truly define your humanity. The fear of death is natural, primal. It is an instinctual aversion to the unknown, to the cessation of being, to the separation from all that we hold dear. But there is a deeper, more insidious fear that Memento Mori seeks to address. The fear of reaching the end of your days only to realize you never truly lived. The fear of an unexamined life, a life lived by default, a life characterized by unfulfilled potential and unspoken truths. This is the fear that contemplating death seeks to eradicate. It is not about becoming morbid or dwelling on the grim. It is about cultivating an intense, almost ferocious, appreciation for the miracle of existence, for the preciousness of every single moment. When we truly understand that life is not an endless commodity, but a finite, irreplaceable gift, a powerful urgency takes root. Procrastination, that thief of time, suddenly loses its grip. The tendency to delay important conversations, to postpone acts of kindness, to defer pursuing a long-held dream, these habits become unbearable. Why wait? For what? For a guarantee that will never arrive. The only guarantee we have is the present moment, and the ultimate guarantee is that it, too, like all moments, will pass. Memento mori transforms inaction into action, hesitation into momentum. It compels you to seize the day, not in a hedonistic pursuit of fleeting pleasure, but in a deliberate, conscious effort to align your daily choices with your deepest values. Think of the clarity it brings. Imagine standing on the precipice of your final moments, looking back across the landscape of your life. What would stand out? Would it be the endless hours spent scrolling through social media, the pursuit of material wealth beyond what you truly needed, the moments you held back your affection or your truth out of fear or pride? Or would it be the deep connections forged, the acts of service rendered, the moments of genuine laughter, the courage to pursue a calling, the quiet satisfaction of a life lived authentically? The answer is almost always the latter. Memento Mori allows you to conduct this deathbed test in the present, to make adjustments, to reprioritize, to course correct now, while you still have the opportunity to shape your story. This isn't just about big, grand gestures. It's also about the mundane, the everyday, the beautiful ordinary that we so often take for granted. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of a meal, the sound of a loved one's voice, the intricate patterns of a leaf, the simple act of breathing. When viewed through the lens of impermanence, these everyday miracles cease to be mundane. They become sacred. They become moments to be savored, to be fully present for, to be deeply grateful for. This heightened awareness, this profound appreciation for the ephemeral beauty of existence, is a direct byproduct of remembering that it will all eventually come to an end. It makes life richer, deeper, more vibrant, by imbuing every experience with a quiet, profound significance. Consider the role of fear in our lives. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of loss. These fears often paralyze us, preventing us from taking risks, from stepping outside our comfort zones, from pursuing our authentic desires. But when you confront the ultimate fear, the fear of death itself, these lesser fears begin to shrink. What is the worst that can truly happen if you pursue a passion, if you speak your truth, if you embrace a new challenge? A momentary setback, a fleeting embarrassment, a temporary loss. These outcomes pale in comparison to the ultimate loss of a life unlived, a potential unfulfilled. Memento Mori grants us a powerful form of courage, a profound liberation from the tyranny of trivial anxieties. It empowers us to live boldly, to experiment, to fail gracefully, and to rise again, knowing that the greatest failure is to not try at all. And what of our relationships? We often treat the presence of our loved ones as a given, a constant in the unpredictable currents of life. We postpone heartfelt conversations, we harbor resentments, we leave words unsaid, believing there will always be a tomorrow. But Memento Mori serves as a poignant, gentle reminder that tomorrow is never guaranteed. It urges us to be present, to express our affection, to forgive, to mend fences, to cherish every shared moment as the precious, irreplaceable gift that it is. It encourages us to connect deeply, authentically, without reservation, because these connections, these shared experiences, these bonds of love, are among the most enduring legacies we leave behind. They are the true wealth of a life well lived. The ancient Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, did not advocate for a morbid obsession with death. Far from it. They used the contemplation of death as a tool, a philosophical exercise to cultivate virtue, resilience, and a profound appreciation for life. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, they all understood that accepting our impermanence is not a surrender to despair, but a powerful embrace of freedom. Freedom from the illusion of control, freedom from the tyranny of external circumstances, freedom to choose how we respond to life's inevitable challenges, and freedom to shape our character in the face of our ultimate vulnerability. This practice is not about denying the pain of loss or the natural sadness that accompanies the thought of absence. It is about integrating that understanding into the very fabric of our being, allowing it to inform our choices, to sharpen our focus, to deepen our appreciation. It is about understanding that life, in all its vibrant glory, is made even more beautiful, even more precious, precisely because it is finite. The rose is beautiful in part because its bloom will inevitably fade. The sunset is breathtaking because it is a transient spectacle. Our lives, too, gain their profound meaning from their inherent temporality. So, how do we integrate this profound concept into our daily lives without becoming overwhelmed by its gravity? It is not about wallowing in thoughts of mortality, but about incorporating a gentle, consistent awareness. Perhaps it is a moment of quiet reflection each morning, acknowledging the gift of another day. Perhaps it is asking yourself, before embarking on a significant decision, if this were my last year, my last month, my last week, what choice would I truly make? It is about choosing to act, to speak, to love, to create, with the conscious understanding that your time and the time of those you cherish is a limited resource, an invaluable treasure to be spent wisely and intentionally. By remembering death, we are not dwelling on an end, but celebrating a beginning, the beginning of a life lived with intentionality, with purpose, with profound gratitude. We are rescuing ourselves from the passive flow of an unexamined existence, pulling ourselves back from the brink of regret, and launching ourselves into the vibrant current of a life fully engaged. We are saving ourselves from the slow, quiet erosion of meaning, and instead, investing deeply in the experiences, the connections, the contributions that truly matter. This practice, this ancient wisdom, ultimately saves your life not by stopping death, but by liberating you to truly live before it arrives. It transforms the finality of death from a terrifying unknown into a powerful motivator for vibrant, authentic existence. It is the ultimate wake-up call, a profound invitation to step into the fullest expression of who you are meant to be. So remember you must die, and in that remembrance discover the boundless freedom, the radical urgency, and the profound joy of truly living. It is the greatest gift you can give yourself, an investment in a life so rich, so meaningful that when your time eventually comes, you will look back not with regret, but with a quiet, profound sense of completion. A life truly saved,